want to, Grand Theft Auto, they want to clone the whole world, and that's what Google was doing really with the mapping. And now they actually use that as a real world scenario to get predictions on you, right? And that would be Project Looking Glass. Wild.
Well, let's talk about AI, because there is an amazing scene in Into the Light. One of my favorite scenes, and actually that even though I knew intellectually about it, seeing it in the film, the way that you handled it was very powerful to me. And it's when you have this young
Korean girl. That's real in South Korea. So that was 2 years ago too, by the way. So we found it. So for what she's talking about was when they take your information from all the data that they collect on you through all your apps and through like Facebook and Instagram and X and all the stuff, they collect what's called psychographics. And psychographics are not like demographics. These are your idiosyncrasies. Do you need coffee? Like Boone talks about, do you need coffee? Do you get up at 6 o'clock? That phone knows how long you carry it. It knows when you're looking at it.
Do you pee in the middle of the night?
It does. And it when you're looking at stuff, it registers your expression.
When you're not looking at it.
What keywords you type in. Those are called psychographics. And they build what's called a digital clone of you in the metaverse. So they take those clones and they run what's called payloads on the clones. Now, this is important. So what a payload is a scenario-based idea. So like, if I want Laura to vote for President Trump, and you're a staunch Democrat, well, it's pretty unlikely you're going to do it. But what could I get Laura to consider if they put it in front of you enough times, and then they're watching
that it might start to change my mind?
Correct. So they do it to the clone, and they nope, ding, possibility. No. Different payloads, different scenarios, because the AI is super fast. It can change the question
all the
set.
inputs. Yeah.
The question set can be changed and manipulated at real time, or way faster than real time on the clone. Then they take what it does to the clone, and in the movie, this is horrible, but say your brother died, or your mom, or your dad, or your boyfriend, or your child, and they have the digital clone there's a place called Bumble Hive in Utah where they store this data, and they're building these data centers. You see it right now on the news. They're building all these big data centers.
I've seen some of them with my own eyes in the desert in Nevada.
That's exactly right. To run the AIs. Well, in South Korea, when I was making the movie, I found this one company that for like $29 a month, you could pay to have access to your dead relative and talk to them in the metaverse. And you saw that clip I pulled. It's really sad. I didn't want to make everybody freak out when I.
It made me cry.
What can I be honest with you? When the first time I pulled it, I got teared up myself, because I understood the ramifications of what that meant. And I'll be honest with you, I think the reason Into the Light didn't go as big, I think it freaks people out.
Well, just explain what's happening there when you have this mom.
Okay, so this mom she's got a VR headset on, right?
Yeah.
And she's seeing a digital image of her baby girl.
Yeah.
And she's talking to the baby girl, and the baby girl, or the little girl, is talking to the mom about the dad, and he goes, "Oh, I see, he still smokes."
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff was, because it's all in Korean, but when I did the translation,
yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. And you see the sister crying. She's, "Oh, you still like potato soup? Look at the flowers." I mean, it's the craziest
And they're
thing.
both crying at the end of it, the mom and the little girl.
Oh, 100%.
That on top.
The agentic state is a psychological condition where individuals see themselves as agents executing the wishes of an authority figure. This concept was explored in Stanley Milgram's obedience experiments, where participants administered painful electrical shocks to others under the direction of an authority figure.
Volunteers were told they were taking part in scientific research to improve memory.
Would you open those and tell me which of you is which, please? Teacher. Where? Teacher.
Separated by a screen, the teacher would ask the learner questions in a word game and administer an electric shock when the answer was incorrect. He was told to increase the voltage with each wrong answer.
Cloud, horse, rock, house. Answer. Wrong. 150 volts. Answer, horse.
Experiment, that's all. Get me out of here.
These experiments showed that the agentic state leads to a loss of individual responsibility. Those involved believe they are simply following orders and doing the right thing.
There was a time, I suspect, when men and women could give a fully human response to any situation, when we could be fully absorbed in the world as human beings. But more often now, people don't get to see the whole situation, but only some small part of it. There's a division of labor, and people carry out small, narrow, specialized jobs. And we can't act without some sort of direction from on high. I call this the agentic state. The individual yields to authority, and in doing so, becomes alienated from his own actions. The person has a choice. He or she chooses to become agentic. But once you assume the role, it's almost impossible to go back.
Published in May of this year by the Global Government Technology Center in Berlin, a proxy of the World Economic Forum, the Agentic State White Paper outlines how agentic AI will revamp 10 functional layers of public administration. The white paper states that in an era increasingly characterized by polycrisis, interconnected and cascading shocks ranging from pandemics and extreme weather events to cyber-physical attacks, financial instability, disinformation campaigns, and even conventional warfare, traditional crisis management models are under strain. Threat actors are already adapting. With AI, they can automate, scale, and personalize attacks at unprecedented speed. Governments, by contrast, are often still operating with institutional reflexes, shaped for a slower, more linear world. One of the main proposals is something called simulation infrastructure, where every individual is given a virtual twin, and everything we do will be analyzed and simulated with the idea that these simulations can be used for knowing the future actions of an individual or a group. The report claims that when a crisis begins to unfold, AI initiates the first steps in crisis response before human-in-the-loop structures have time to react. These agents will work alongside increasingly autonomous physical systems, such as drones and robots, forming the backbone of a responsive, adaptive crisis infrastructure. Co-founder of Oracle AI, Larry Ellison, explains how this might look in the near future.
The police will be on their best behavior because we're constantly watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on. And it's unimpeachable. It's not people that are looking at those cameras, it's AI that's looking at the camera. No, you can't do this. A drone goes out there, they're way faster than a police car. There's no reason for, by the way, high-speed chases. You shouldn't have high-speed chases between cars. You just have a drone follow the car. I mean, it's very, very simple. And the new generation of autonomous drones.
And who are you, little fella? Come to show them where I am. Not nice.
Greg Reese reporting.